There is no guarantee for success, but there are ways to get closer to it when you do the right things. Who you surround yourself with is just as important as what you do. Finding the right people, the right classes, the right activities, and taking the right tests are all decisions that shape your future. Find out more today on Destination University with Dr. Cynthia Colon. Dr. Colon and her guests will give you the tips you need, whether you're a student, parent, or educator. Now, here is your host, Dr. Cynthia Colon.
Welcome to Destination University. We're running a special series the entire month of April called 30 Teens and 30 Dreams, where we follow 30 seniors who have made it through this college admission journey. They are dishing on what went right and what they would do differently if they had to do it all over again. God forbid. If you are a college-bound teen or a champion of one, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Now, you're going to learn a little bit from this TikToker here that made something go viral. So I can't wait to hear the story. But this is Kenzie. She's from Rhode Island. Yes, we work with students all over the country, and we've been working with Kenzie for quite some time now. So I can't wait for her to share her story with you. But before we jump into that, let's give the hot tip of the day. The hot tip of the day from bigfuture.org is all about majors and careers. College Board or bigfuture.org really makes this simple for any student who's college bound to go through all the steps in exactly the right timing. And the majors and careers feature is actually one of my favorites. I use it all the time with my private students for them to explore their interests, their skills, and look at potential careers and potential job salaries, etc. Like, yeah, you heard me correctly. So I used it even just recently for a young woman who was considering a certain major. And after we did this exercise on Big Future, she actually ended up changing her major. So there you go. That's my hot tip of the day. Go to bigfuture.org. Okay, so let's do a sound check. Kenzie, can you hear me? Are you ready to get started?
Yes, I am.
Love it. Oh my gosh. So this is one of those families that I just love. I met Kenzie's mom a couple of years ago and did a little bit with her brother. So, well, you look beautiful, and we're tuning in live. I know it's like 8 o'clock over on the East Coast, and you've been so busy. This girl has been harder to track down than the Pope, I swear. So we're going to just jump in, and I want them all to hear about you. And when did you start exploring colleges? Like, when did you really kick it into turbo? Because so many people say, you know, start early. So what was your journey like?
I'd say that my college journey really started when I did my Dream College Academy at the end of my sophomore year. So I was part of Dream College Academy. It was the whole summer, basically. And I did it the summer after my sophomore year, going into my junior year. And that's when I kind of really clicked on into college mode and applying for colleges and things like that.
I mean, that, you know, for many people who are listening or watching, that may sound early, but it's really not, because at the end of your sophomore year, going into junior year, and then junior year, you know, is like nonstop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you remember about Dream College Academy in terms of even just one little tip that stuck in your mind, or something that you did in the summer with Dream College Academy that, looking back, you know, you would not have had time to do as a junior?
I think probably finding myself and finding out who I really was. Like, I found my coolness factor, and I remember going into Dream College Academy, I remember thinking like, oh my gosh, I do nothing. Like, I don't have anything. I was trying to come up with a list of ideas. I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't do anything. I don't know. I feel like I'm like every other student. But then Dream College Academy really helped me figure out what made me so special. And it really helped me look more into what major I wanted to pursue, and which colleges too. That was a big step.
Oh, that's so good to hear. We're going to be running Dream College Academy this summer again as well. Now, speaking of coolness factor, for those of you who are listening, watching, and going, what is a coolness factor? We refer to that coolness factor. We use that term to say, like, you know, what's going to make you stand out? What's going to be your thing? And Kenzie's talking about, like, what is her thing? And she's not alone. Most freshmen, sophomores are thinking like, am I involved enough? Like, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Like, I don't know what to do. So they end up doing a lot of just a laundry list of things instead of really focusing. So let's talk about your coolness factor. So after DCA, Dream College Academy, you're like, okay, I got to find my thing. So tell us how you found your thing, and then please tell a story about the TikTok video.
So I'd say that my thing is probably my social media management. That's been a huge thing for me ever since freshman year, and it's actually what I'm hoping to go into in the future. But I've been running different social media accounts for my temple and for my school and for just all different types of things. And last year, during my junior year, we were kind of in that half in-person, half online, weird kind of scenario. And I kind of had the idea to start a TikTok account for my school, because every single day in homeroom, me and my best friend were always making TikTok dances. And our advisor, our student government advisor, was like, why don't you just do, like, really do something about it? And so then I created this TikTok account, and I used it as a way to really bring our school together and our community together. And it was a fun way for kids to see a little bit of a different side of our school. And we had one video that had, I think it was about 1.3 million views on it. And it had, I think, about 500,000 likes. That was really crazy. So I included my student government advisor, one of our English teachers, another English teacher, and one of our history teachers. And I got them to do some fun little trend, just so that the kids could see the teachers doing something other than just teaching, because everybody likes to see something a little fun. And we posted it, and all of a sudden it was just going crazy. And my phone I could not stop getting notifications, and people were commenting saying it was so funny. They loved it. And they were trying to guess what subjects the teachers taught and things like that. And that was a really, really good time. And me and my friend created our own TikTok dance for the school. And so then kids from all over the school, all the different kids were doing the dance, and that one went pretty viral too. That was a good time.
Okay. What? This is crazy. So what were the teachers doing in this video that like made it explode? Like, what do you think made it go viral?
I think it was just probably because it was kind of like three middle-aged men, three teachers doing something kind of funny. They were dancing. It was this kind of thing. It was some trend that was going on, and they kind of just danced for like half a second. And then they were kind of just standing there all funny. I don't know. But it kind of went crazy. And I think kids just liked it because it was teachers doing something that they don't usually see teachers doing, in a different side than they get to usually see.
Okay, well, you have to share the TikTok handle, so that other people can go. I'm going to go see it later.
Yeah, you can go. I'm pretty sure the video is still up. It's at Cumby Hype House. So CUMBY Hype House. Yeah, because I'm from Cumberland, Rhode Island, and so sometimes we go by Cumby.
Oh, that's cute. Okay, I love that. Okay, so there you go. So that is taking something and deciding to, be a leader. And sounds like what Kenzie did was say, we're going to start this for our school. And she did something that hadn't been done before, and then pursued it. So that is a coolness factor if I've ever heard one. So there you go. I mean, who wouldn't hire you now? Like, now I'm like, hey, can I get an internship? Like, no problem. Okay, so 2 questions. And she knows that these questions are coming, but there are 2 sides of the coin, which is, what did you do right? When you look back from 9th grade to 12th grade, obviously it's a long journey to college admissions. And you already talked about DCA, so we know that you did that right. But what else did you do right that you would pass on? And then what, if you had to, God forbid, do it all over again, what would you do differently?
I'll start off with what I would do differently, then I'll go into the good things. So I would say that I kind of wish I paid a little bit more attention my sophomore year instead of the end of my sophomore year, because looking back, your sophomore year really does matter a lot more than you think it does. And so I think I probably would have paid attention a little bit more, been a little bit more on the ball with that. I also think maybe getting to do some scholarships a little bit earlier would have also been a little bit helpful for me. But honestly, I feel pretty proud of the way I think that I went through my college process. There were a lot of good things, and I promise I'm not just an ad for Dr. C, but honestly, so helpful. Dream College Academy, like I said before, that really helped me put my mind in the right headspace. It really helped me focus what I wanted to do. And then last summer, going into my senior year, I was part of the essay Bootcamp, which was so insanely helpful. So I had written, I think I had about 7 essays written before my senior year even started. So that was great. I had my one main college essay. I felt really confident about it. Dr. C helped me create an amazing essay. And then I used those essays, the other ones that I had written, for other things down the road as well. So that was really helpful. Also, I think that something else I did well was I found kind of like 3 or 4 main aspects that I wanted in a school and stuck to those things. So if a school didn't check those 4 boxes, then I knew that it wasn't going to be the place for me. And so I think that was great. So that helped narrow down my search too, because if I hadn't picked out those couple little things, then I could have been looking at a much bigger pool of schools, and that gets very overwhelming very fast.
What were your things? What were the must-haves? I call them the must-haves, could-haves, So what were your must-haves?
For me, I come from a town where I'm about one of maximum 5 Jewish kids in my school, in my grade. So I really was looking for a school with a big Jewish life, with a big Hillel life. Also, I was looking for a big school, a big sports school. That was something that was exciting for me because I love my school spirit. I love getting into things like that. Sports are big. I'm hoping to maybe go into something relating to sports communication. And also for me, the type of campus feel was important. At first, going into my freshman year, I thought I wanted to go to a city school, but then I found out that I want more of a regular college campus. I'd say your traditional college campus. Also, I really wanted a strong communications program. That was important to me, and that was something that I didn't look into until a little bit later in my progress. But I found out that I wanted a hands-on communications school, something where I could get involved right away. I knew that I had all the resources I could ever imagine, lots of internship opportunities and things like that.
Thank you for bringing up the Jewish life and Hillel, and so if that's something that you're looking for, those of you who are watching, listening, that is something that you can Google and you can search, and there are schools that really hit a home run on how they express and how the Jewish community comes together and manifests on the campus. So, I love that. I love your must-haves list. Okay, so we are almost to the point where you're going to sort of drum roll, please reveal. But how did you narrow down? So I know, with your major and everything, what was it? Or do you want to say the two or three that you narrowed it down to, and share your process once you got your letters of acceptance? Yay, so many. How did you decide? Because you have good options.
Well, I went and visited the schools that I was really serious about. So I got to get on campus another time before I made my decision to kind of see if it felt like the right place for me. I also went into the Hillel at every school that I visited. So I met up with, whether it was a student there or some sort of adult advisor, I met up with them and talked to them. Also, I think the communication school was a huge thing for me. And looking at a school and seeing if they were more theory based with their education or if they were really hands-on. And that was something that really stood out to me about the school that I chose. Also just the community around the school, surrounding the school, how you can tell at the school that I chose, they have a lot of school spirit, and they have a really strong alumni program too. So I knew that wherever I went, if I said where I go to school, I think I would get help no matter what, because they like to help each other.
Ooh, very good. Well, you did your homework, girl. I'm so proud of you. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I love this. So, all right. So do you have, are you ready to reveal? I'm going to do like a little roll. Okay, show us, tell us.
Penn State!
It's your mom. Oh my God. Oh, I love this. Oh, hi, Dad. I've never met you.
This is my dad.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Hi, Mom. Oh my gosh. Okay, I was sort of betting, so I got it's dark blue, but this is great. Okay, Mom, Dad, what do you want to say to your beautiful daughter?
She's put in so much work to really focus on. It's a really big process, and there's so many things that kids have to do to differentiate themselves. And again, you were a really big part of her getting the skills that she needed to navigate the process.
And I have no doubt, I mean, you can tell even just today, that Kenzie will be so successful at Penn State. And as a communications major and getting involved in on campus and at the Hillel House, that she is going to make the most out of her 4 years at college that anybody ever could.
I have absolutely no doubt. I mean, you two are spot on. This girl is going to just rock it. You're going to be running the campus by the end of your freshman year for sure, Kenzie. I mean, for sure. I cannot wait to hear. So I'm a big sports fan, as you probably know, and I was just at the Final Four. But I'm like plotting my visits with all the kids that are at big football schools, because before you graduate, I'm going to come to a football game. Because I don't think I've ever been to a football game at Penn State.
I heard they're pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is very, very crazy. So it's great. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm super excited for you and I'm super proud of you. And just to drive home the point of the sophomore year is really important. And as Dad said, this is a long process. It's really about making yourself stand out. So I loved everything that you had to say and share with those who are watching and listening and can learn from you, because look what happened in your junior year. You really figured it out. You found yourself, you knew what was important to you, and you stuck to those must-haves, which I just love. So, okay, hang on. Let me just do a wrap up and then we'll all wave goodbye. Okay. All right. Oh, you guys, did I not tell you? Look at that face. Look at that face. I mean, honestly. Okay, well, if this episode has in any way fueled your confidence or helped build your dreams, and how could it not, please share this episode with 3 people in the next 30 minutes. And if you do nothing else today, if you haven't joined our Facebook group for parents, it's Destination University, YO University, because the destination is not university, the destination is you. So join us, parents, on over there. You heard Kenzie talk about Dream College Academy and College Essay Bootcamp. Bootcamp officially opens for registration on Monday, April 11th, which is tomorrow. But you can go there now and get some information, drcynthiacolon.com/essay camp. We will also be running a Dream College Academy this summer, but you can get all the information there. Not to worry. And that is all I have. Be sure to continue tuning in every day, the month of April. And we'll continue to meet rock stars just like Kenzie. All right, everybody wave.
Thank you so much for listening this week to Destination University. Be sure to join Dr. Cynthia Colon again and get one step closer to your success.